Hi, everyone. Good afternoon from Ontario, Canada. Here, lovely weather. First day of fall. They said it's been raining quite heavily here in the past few days, though. So, welcome to another episode of Rubbing Minds with Professionals. And so, today, what are we going to discuss about today? So, we're going to talk about challenges that we may face or we may have been facing on this business and what somebody intends, or somebody that intends to join this business, the kind of challenges that you may face, and then the successes that we have recorded. And then our doctor in the house will give a medical tip at some point in time. Thank you so much. My name is Femi, and I'm the face of this page. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and I'd like to admonish that we please indicate where we're watching from and put a comment or suggestion in the comment section if you have any, so that we can make this as interactive as possible. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. So without much ado, I'm going to let my co-presenters here today introduce themselves one after the other. Thank you. I didn't want to mention name. I thought you just go by the.
Hello, everybody. Good evening from Spain. My name is Natasha. I'm also a digital business owner and mentor. I'm a I'm a stay-at-home parent of two preteens. I do this full-time. I'm a former receptionist and medical interpreter.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Ferdows. I'm from, at the moment, I'm in the UK. I'm from Bangladesh originally. I'm a medical professional. I'm working as a general practitioner in Scotland. And also, I'm a digital business owner and a mentor. Yes, with the full-time job, and I'm doing this business at this moment. That's my brief introduction.
Hello, everyone. Coming live to you from San Francisco, California. My name is Arnel, a bank manager by profession and originally from the Philippines, of course, and a mom, a wife, and a digital business entrepreneur. Good morning.
Oh.
I forgot to mention where I'm from.
Very proud.
I'm from Spain, everybody.
Said, I'm originally from the Philippines, of course. I was wondering, are they supposed to know that? Okay. Originally from Nigeria. Yourself? Natasha?
Me? Yes. I'm originally from the Netherlands and I live in Spain.
Of course. And Ferdows?
Ferdows, I said, I'm originally from Bangladesh, living in the UK.
Okay. All right. So we're all on the same page now with RNA, So, it's been a wonderful journey, quite some experience for most of us, being in this business, doing it with our side by side our regular work. Aranet is doing full time right now, and we know, just like every other business out there are challenges at some point in time, and there are also successes, right? So today we just want to share with us what challenges we face sometimes and what are the successes that we have recorded. So I'm going to start with Fergus, to tell us what happens, knowing that businesses don't always work out the way you plan it or the way you expect them to be in most cases. What has been your challenge in this business?
It's a good question, Femi. Obviously, first of all, I said starting up a new business or new venture, it's a challenging, or it's a obviously as well. It is exciting for any of us or any entrepreneur. Obviously, as a medical professional, we haven't learned, or we haven't learned how to do the business. We haven't been programmed to do any sort of business. Or is it possible to do anything aside from our clinical responsibilities? So that's probably, I think, my biggest challenge, and to come into terms about the business and do something different apart from my clinical job. So that's probably my biggest challenge when I came across this type of business. And my first question was, is it for me? And I am equipped to do this type of business or this type of venture. Whether is it so? That's probably the first biggest challenge I had to question myself before I jump into that business. But obviously, that probably the things first I had to face when I started this. But what I need to do before I took that challenge, I had to do some homework. I had to research the business, whether it's legit, to search for testimonials. I did my homeworks. So obviously, at the end, I found that noise is for me. And whether I had to do, I can do that apart beside my professional responsibilities, my family commitments, whether I have enough time to continue this business. So that would be the another things, time flexibility, and that these two things I had to face first. I had to question myself. I had to find the answers. Then I jumped into this business. The noise is right for me, and also, you know what, the challenge and crisis. I think the Chinese word of crisis. There's two components in Chinese character of crisis word. One component is danger, another component is opportunity. So I choose the second one, opportunity. I didn't pull back myself, not to go ahead, not to search for negative factors of doing something new first. So that's probably the challenge I had to face, but I overcome by searching, by researching, by checking out with other people who are doing this business, and found out that noise is legit, is for me, because the time and effort I need to put, that is minimum. So if I had to put all from the scratch, I had to start, I wouldn't have done or I wouldn't have joined this business. So that's the biggest challenge for me, to ask myself that whether I can do this business, whether it's beside my professional responsibilities. And as you know, that all medical professionals, they're not doing this type of business apart from they do some other things, more clinical responsibilities. But I think that's probably the biggest challenge I had to face, and I had to overcome by taking positive steps and by doing detective works, and I overcome that challenge. And obviously, during this path of since last year, I had to face many other difficulties, obstacles, which is probably the same for any business, anything when people started to do. But obviously, there's a lot of resources in our community. We have a big business community, and help every time, and all over the world. As you see, that we are meeting here from every corner of the world. So it's easy because of the people are working in different time zone, and that's probably the things we have this business to get all sort of supports, and whatever come across any difficulties, then I get help instantly. So that's probably my biggest advantage of doing this business, and help me to overcome all challenges what I faced and what I'm facing at the moment. But there's help always, so I don't face any problem at the moment, so which I learn. And obviously that's helped me to continue. And also this skill I'm using in my clinical profession as well. It's not like only for business. I'm also using this skill in my clinical field as well.
Thank you so much, Ferdows. A big shout out to Hazel. Thank you for watching from Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, I mean, that's about 10 in the night right now.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 in the night right now. Thank you so much for staying up and watching us. That's quite appreciated. So yes, Ferdows, you know, like I had the privilege to interview a doctor over the course of last weekend, and some of those things you talked about were the things you spoke about as well. You know, these are not the things that we are taught from school. These are not the things that we are taught in our professional careers. You know, most times you're not really taught business in your professional career, except when there's a need for you to use it. So most time, a lot of us, think, we came without any business uh, knowledge, so to speak. But the good thing is that the community and the training and all of that have been able to put us through, the business aspect of the whole thing. I want to say of the business aspect of the business, but of course, the management aspect of the business, So, yeah, yeah, and just like you said, like every other business, there's always one challenge or the other. Those are the things that, and for growth, you have to actually overcome those challenges, and those are the things that I'm happy that you're able to share with us. So we all do have challenges, but then we have very robust, very, very wonderful family, the community, and then we have the system in place, that through which all those challenges that we go through, we are never alone, or you are never alone. There's always someone, there's always something that's able to point you the right direction. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lezorim and Carol. Thank you so much. Quite appreciate all this. Uh, appreciate you guys joining us. So I haven't talked about the challenges that you face, fathers. Uh, I'm going to go straight away to RNS and ask her to say something in terms of how the business has benefited her so far. I know that she will have. I know that she must have faced some challenges as well, because we all do. But you have spoken about challenges, so let Aaron tell us something about success that she has recorded, the benefits that she has seen in the business so far. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, so many Femi to tell, because I wouldn't knew that having to be in the business, running a business is so fulfilling, and the flexibility that I get from it, because it didn't really affect my full-time job, because I was able to do my business during my off days, my lunch breaks, my during the weekend, But so recently, it's not only the money that I get from this business helped me in so many ways, not only for my personal development, because in the beginning I don't know how to run a business online, because it's totally the opposite of what I do working at the bank, And having that said, because of the trainings that I learned, that Fergus mentioned earlier, and I have so much I learned a lot of this, how to run my business on my own. And having that said, I was able to manage and, and find that hook, that really give me a lot of savings, stuff like that. And because of that, I was able to save and save and save from this business. And I was able to buy my house. So we are moving. So we are moving this Saturday. So if you see my house, our place right now is so messy, but this one didn't really stop me of doing something that I love. I love my business so much because it gives me the flexibility to help other parents out there who are looking for ways to, to work at home. And it just it's been a great experience, because I have in my journey, I have helped so many moms out there who has 8 and below kids, and they were able to run their own business as well. So that really gives me a satisfaction, because, and not only I'm benefiting on this business, it also I am also helping people worldwide as well. Yeah, and then that personal development, I who who knew that I was able to run my business on YouTube and run my business on Facebook, and it's been incredible experience so far, Femi, and and the time that I was able to spend with my kids and not relying on my plan A, which is my full-time job. And I know I'm telling this one to everybody that this is going to be my plan A pretty much soon. And I'm really working hard on it. And yeah, and I'm so excited because my plan before is to have a house in within 5 years. But after 14 months being in the business, I made it happen. And I know having this plan A as soon as possible is going to work because I am focused into working in it and I know it's going to happen. That's it, Femi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you, Ernest. And I'd like to say hi to Ami. Is that how it's pronounced? Is it Ami or Imi? Well, I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it well, but thanks for watching us from Bahrain. That's somebody else that stayed up in the night to watch as well, because I think Bahrain should be about the same time zone, almost as Dubai, or maybe I'm not sure, but I'm looking at about 8 hours, 7 hours away from this time right now. So thank you so much. This is well appreciated. Ernest, um, well, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Femi. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
like a lot of things you said. Um, well, first of all, it was supposed to be your plan B, and now with the kind of results that you are getting, and looking ahead, seeing the prospects that this business has, you are beginning to look at it as you are beginning to look beyond this business being your plan B, and now you are actually looking at it as
It's.
having the
I'm
possibility.
picturing it.
Yes, picturing it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Having,
Yeah.
having it in your mind that, wait a minute, this may actually become my plan A. Wow. I mean, like, there's been a lot of people within our community, that have moved on from this business being plan B to plan A. Yeah. And then in terms of your house, right? You know, like, you're not saying that all the money you used to buy the house came from this business, but this business has been able to help you uh, add to whatever it is that you had previously, you
Mm-hmm.
know, in order for you to be able to make up enough to be able to, uh, make that dream come through.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, that will be nice if I pay the house completely. But because
yeah, I know.
we've been saving and saving to get the 20% down, you know what I mean? And because of the money that I'm getting from this business, it adds up, right? And that
Yeah,
has been a blessing that we were able to manage to save that amount, and
yeah.
because of this business, of
Yeah,
course,
so you
yeah.
can actually say that, through this business, you have been able to supplement
Mm-hmm.
your income. I'm so happy for you. And there's so many people with huge testimonies. Some are not. Some are camera shy. They don't want to disclose, and some are able to. But all this is just to let people know uh, that this works. And I'm so happy. I'm kidding to this. And now I'm going to be asking Natasha. Natasha, by the way, she's doing this full time, as she said when she was introducing herself. So it's a plan A. So I'm going to be letting Natasha um, tell us, how can someone who is new in this business measure your success. Like, we started up by asking Fedos what his challenges were. you know, because just like every other business, uh, it would be a lie for us to tell you that you never had challenges. But your success outweighs your challenges so much more. And we know that those challenges only help you, to move to the next level. I mean, like, they only help your growth, in the business and all that. And Aranet, was able to share with us a success, So we have seen challenges, we have seen success. If somebody is new in the business or somebody just joins business, Natasha, how will the person be able to say, okay, I'm having success, I'm recording success in this business. I'm not sure I'm doing well in this business. I mean, like Aranet was able to say now that, okay, she's beginning to have this in her mind. Now she's forming a picture, and she's going to allow the power of her thoughts and her mind to align all our resources towards that goal of making this a plan A. Somebody that's new, how can you tell when you get to that point? How can you tell whether this is something that's worth it or not? Thank you.
I think you know that I think you already know that once you start, everybody has their reason and their why, as we call it, why we do this, and along the way, other goals are added to that. But I think we all have a reason why we join, and we have something in mind that we want to reach. And just like Aranet, she wanted her dream home, and that's what she focused on. Mine was to be able to stay at home and not go back to work. And I'm still at home, But in my case, I did want a career, but I wanted both. But if I chose for a career not in the online space, that would mean I would be less time with, of course, with my family, and that balance. I couldn't find that balance. It was either one or the other, and for me, this was for me the perfect option, because I could have both. I could have a piece of two worlds, career and family life, without sacrificing one or the other. So that would, for me, that's already a success, Plus starting, every challenge and overcoming them, that is already success. By doing step one, entering our program, that, celebrate the small successes and take it baby steps, as we say. And as we say, you can't plant the seed and then eat the fruits tomorrow. Nobody starts successfully. So we all have to start somewhere. We all have to start in the beginning, and then follow the steps. And if your why is strong enough and you have that willpower, then you will get there.
Thank you so much, Natasha. So, like, we all have a reason why we do what we do. We have a reason why we go to work. We have a reason why we start a business. And then when we start that business as well, for whatever the reason may be, we want to be able to measure our success. So we set goals for ourselves in our businesses, and we want to be able to measure our performance vis-a-vis the goals, so that we can tell whether or not we are going in the right path, or we have to reevaluate, or we have to rethink a new plan. But at the end of the day, all that does is just to keep aligning us towards that goal, the original goal that we had. That thought that had so much power in our mind, that brought us this way from the beginning.
Exactly.
And that is what it's all about. And of course, we are always very grateful. Gratitude is a key. So we also make sure that for every success we celebrate, no matter how little it is, because if you don't, and when I say celebrate, I'm not saying that we have a party, but at least, you show gratitude, you are happy, you are thankful, you demonstrate the fact that, that you are happy because you recognize that something has happened to you. I give a typical example of something very simple, that some people may consider not significant. I've been doing adverts on Facebook for almost a year. Some time ago, I decided to try YouTube. And I thought that there were so many parameters in play. I didn't know how to control them and all that, But at the point in time, I recognized that, okay, like if my mentee wants to run an advert on YouTube, I must be able to guide him or her, regardless of the fact that we have the training there. And that's part of success, right? Because like, if I'm not able to, you can only give what you have. You can't give what you don't have. So if I'm going to be able to pass something down to somebody that is behind me, then I better have it, and I better have it well. So I remember I made up my mind and I went out for it. And when I got the first response from YouTube, man, was I excited? I was very excited, So for some people, they get that result daily, they get that result every now and then, So it's become kind of like a commonplace for them. But we don't take lightly, we don't make common, any form of success that is achieved. Because we know at the end of the day, being able to get such response from YouTube, not only will it help me, help those that are working with me, but it's going to help me also reach my goal as quickly as possible. And if I didn't get that result like it was like a few months ago, I wouldn't have said, okay, I failed. I would have just thought of, okay, what else do I have to do to make sure that this works? And that's the way business works. But this is just a little part, a microcosm of such things that we could see within a business, and how we can correct or move ahead, how we can evaluate, how we can take advantage of the goals, of the success that we have. Thank you so much, Joseph from Austria. So before we go today, I want to take advantage of the presence of our doctor in the house. And I'm going to ask him to do something for us. I'm going to ask him, knowing that most times people are always sitting down around the desk. We're all seated now. But our postures can affect us, either negatively or positively. And some of those postures, can affect us for life, for the rest of our lives. Some things we take for granted. But coming from the horse's mouth, we may be able to be conscious of it. So, Ferdows, why don't you just give us a little walk around on how to sit effectively without affecting our spine, our waist. Most times when we sit down on a computer as well, sometimes you sit down on a computer, and the way we position our hands also on the desk, the way it may affect us, and all that. Thank you so much, Ferdows.
All right. Okay, Femi, I wouldn't charge my fees for that, but it's free.
Okay.
So actually, obviously, as you said, we are working mostly. People are working since the pandemic from home, and office worker, and as a general practitioner or clinician, we mostly working like 6 to 10 hours in our desk. And if I see patient, I need to. I am sitting in my desk and in my chair and doing my work. So everybody's on the same boat at the moment. And I think it's very important and it's crucial to know how your sitting posture, because at the end of the day, if you're not sitting properly, you will feel the pain. You will feel that your back is hurting. You will feel that your muscle is tightening up. So obviously, the first thing I think I would say, if you think about the spine, we have a 4 portion of the spine. On the neck is called cervical spine, and in the middle portion, like where is our chest, and the back is called thoracic, and below the chest we have a lumbar, and where the bone we are sit on is called sacrum. So we have got 4 portion of the spine. And if you think there is like a curve, so it's like a first in our neck, it's a concave, sorry, and then the thoracic part is the convex, so like this, and then lumbar is like go like this, and then sacrum, like the bone we are sit on, is go convexity wise. So you need to maintain that position. So especially what I say, that when you're sitting, you make sure that your back is straight. You need to make it like you're not slouching forward or like bending, and you need to be straight, and your shoulder should go back. It's not go, if you go this, you'll put a lot of pressure on your shoulder and neck muscles. and then at the end of the day you'll feel the pain. So obviously you need to be straight, and you need to put your shoulder broaden and back, so like this, back, and you need to make sure when we have a tendency to sit on the front of the chair, so you need to make sure your bum or is touching on the back of the chair. So at the, at the end of the chair you should be sitting, not on the middle or the front of the chair. So if you sit front or middle of the chair, you're putting a lot of pressure, and your gravity of the spine will move forward. So you need to sit back, and sometimes we say touching spine on the back of the chair, and then make your position straight of the spine and the shoulder back, and slightly 10 degree forward. So you're not putting you're putting your weight on your hip rather than putting your weight on the back of the spine. So you feel that if you put your spine straight now, and try to sit on the back of the chair, touching your buttock on the back of the chair, and put your spine up, straight spine, and shoulder back, and slightly 10 degree forward. So you feel that more comfortable. And also your knee position should be 90 degree angle. Your knee and your foot should be 90 degree angle. And usually your knee joint should be slightly up from your hip joint. So if you feel that you are struggling, then sometimes we put something underneath of your foot, a small, people use a different type of device. So you can put that to lift your knee joint slightly up from your hip. So that's the main sitting posture. And another thing I would say that if you sit more than 20 to 30 minutes, you should stand up and walk around and come back and sit down again. So that's probably the things. Main thing is spine is straight and shoulder back and 10 degree forward. That's probably the main thing you probably remember.
Wow. Thank you so much, fathers. We know that this is not a medical broadcast, but we can all benefit from it. Like the way you were talking about it, I saw myself and I saw Aaron as well. As I saw Natasha too, subconsciously trying to adjust themselves and all that, I know that most of us, we're so used to sitting down to work, and most times we're not conscious of how we sit. I am guilty of that. I try to learn to ensure I sit well, but from time to time, myself, doing that. So
Yeah.
this has benefited us. So we're so grateful. The next time we'll take it a bit further. We're going to ask you, particularly for men. This happens to men mostly. We are always very comfortable putting our wallets in our back pockets.
Oh yes.
And as small as that can be, the offset that could have, how that could create a permanent damage into the back and all that. Next time we meet, you will talk to us about that.
And I just wanted to add one point, because our business, you don't need to sit down on the chair. You can when you are doing our business, you can be on the sofa, you can be on a kitchen, you can be dating with your girlfriend, or we don't have that opportunity. We have a wife, so you can be out with your wife, and you can do your business. So you don't need to sit and in front of the computer 8 hours a day for our business. So it's so flexible. Just wanted to add that point.
Will just joined us from Montreal. Will, thank you so much. We just talked about some of the challenges that we faced on this business, and also some of the success. And Aranet here was able to share with us how that this business has been able to help her, meet one of our goals. It was not as if business 100%. It was not as if the objective was met 100% by the business. She has been saving to buy a house, to make down 20% down payment to buy a house, and she lives in so where's that place you live now, Arnett?
Silicon Valley.
Yes, she lives in Silicon Valley. So you can imagine how expensive that place is. So when she's talking about 20%, you come and get what it means, And with the help of this business, she's been able to make some additional savings, supplementing whatever income she's making from a bank, and she was able to get herself a house. So those are some of the things that we shared, in terms of success, that we achieved on this business. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been with us for this time. Never thought it was going to be up to 35 minutes, but there are four of us at least. We have to speak for some minutes anyway. So, and then I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been with us. I want to thank Natasha Aranes, and I want to especially thank fathers also for the no fee medical tip that I just gave us. And hopefully we'll get some more. And uh, 35 minutes, yes, but we don't do this every time. We have this broadcast with the professionals just once in every month, the third Thursday of every month. So until we see you same time in the month of October, thank you so much. Have a good afternoon, a good evening, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.